Senate will come back to order. Committee reports.
October 3rd, 2017, Committee on Transportation, after consideration, Mayor's Committee recommends the following. House Bill 17B 1001 be postponed indefinitely.
Message from the House. We do not have it yet. Please add Senator Aguilar to the roll.
Well, they are still.
No, actually, Senator. Can we introduce ours?
Consideration of resolutions. Mr. Carpenter.
Senate Joint Resolution 17B1 by Senator Hobart and Representative Becker Kay concerning adjournment sine die.
Majority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move Senate Joint Resolution 17B001. Ask for an aye vote.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of Senate Joint Resolution 1. Are there any no votes? Senator Jones, Senator Zenzinger, Senator Kagan, Senator Aguilar, Senator Court, Senator Kerr. With a vote of 29 ayes, 6 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, Senate Joint Resolution 1 is adopted. Co-sponsors.
Don't everybody get really excited about this. Exactly.
Majority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, we are waiting now for the House version of resolution to adjourn sine die. And I believe that they will get to that soon. I don't know if the bells are still ringing, but they've apparently been calling their members to the floor so they can take up that business. Once we have their version here, we will vote on that, and I believe we will be done. Mr. President, do you want to recess now?
I will just recess us, and then we will come back as soon as we get the House Joint Resolution.
Very good.
Senate will stand in recess.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, something very weighty that's coming up this weekend. We're going to be at the Great American Beer Festival. We're actually challenging, of course, the House again, who actually thinks that they have the opportunity to outbrew the Senate. So Senator Fenberg and I are looking for recruits to come down and help us sell our beer, give away, but get the votes. So a little campaigning, a little bipartisan campaigning for Hop the Vote for the Upper Chamber Haze, which is a hazy IPA.
Senator Fenberg.
Thank you, Mr. President. Neither of us have tasted the Upper Chamber Haze, but we know it's much better than whatever the House brewed. We spent a whole lot of time brewing this beer, just the two of us, all by ourselves, so it's going to be good. In all seriousness, our honor is on the line. We need to defend the trophy that we currently have here in the Senate. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So hopefully everybody will be able to join us. Come by the Great American Beer Fest, and we will be dueling with the House. We'll be serving up the upper chamber haze, and this will be October 5th, 6th, and 7th from 5:15 to 10 p.m. on the 5th and 6th, and 11:45 to 4 p.m. I think that's 11:45 a.m. not p.m.
That is 11:45
That's a typo.
a.m. Yeah.
On the 7th. Hope to see many of you there.
And if you're interested in helping us in signing up, you can see either Laura Long or Jeff Wiest. They'll get you hooked up so that you make sure you have a ticket to get into the beer fest, because it is sold out. So again, we appreciate your participation. Help us make sure we bring home the trophy again and keep the house rabble from winning this.
Senator Hill.
Thank you, Mr. President. I confess I'm deeply disappointed that Senator Neville and Senator Finberg brought up the notion of the Senate's honor, because that was deeply in question last night at our kickball tournament, seeing as only Senator Moreno and myself were present to take on those cheaters from the House. But we did, and in all seriousness, we had a great time. It was a great opportunity just to talk and to connect and build some relationship, and at the same time we raised looks like just over $16,000 for hurricane relief. So thanks to Senator Moreno and Senators or Representatives Garnett and Nordberg for helping put that together.
Majority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. Also for members of the Executive Committee, the esteemed leader, the President, and I, the meeting scheduled for 7:30 tomorrow regarding the next Director of Legislative Legal Services is now scheduled for 9 o'clock rather than 7:30, because I think we will not be answering a call or not need to be here on the floor at 9. We'll be in that hearing or that meeting at 9 o'clock. Yes, Senator Curry, you need to be here at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah, and I'll leave the keys for my car there. You can polish that up for me. No.
And I think that will be up in 352.
Yes.
Yes.
And just clarification, the House has a resolution to notify the governor. We have the resolution to adjourn sine die. So again, once we hear the bells shut off in the House chamber and they get to work, they can pass that resolution to notify the governor, and then we will proceed on. So, Mr. President, I would suggest maybe we go back to recess.
Senate will stand in recess.
House Joint Resolution 17B 1001. Make a note of it.
HJR 17B. Needs to notify the.
Sir.
Perfect.
Senate will come back to order. Message from the House.
The House has adopted and transmits herewith House Joint Resolution 17B 1001 is printed in the House Journal October 3rd, 2017. Pursuant to the resolution, the Speaker has appointed Representatives Benavides Chairman, Harrod, and Leonard.
Consideration or introduction of resolutions.
House Joint Resolution 17B 1001 by Representative Becker Kay and Senator Holbert concerning the appointment of a joint committee to notify the Governor that the first extraordinary session of the 71st General Assembly is about to adjourn sine die.
Majority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move HJR 17B 1001. Ask for an aye vote. Oh, thank you. We're out of practice. I'm out of
Leader
practice. Thank you, Mr. President. I move for immediate consideration of HJR 17B 1001.
Motion is to proceed to immediate consideration of the House Joint Resolution 1001. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. We'll move to immediate consideration. Majority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. Once again, I move HJR 17B 1001. Ask for an aye vote.
Apparently, I'm a little rusty up here. I have to have the reader read the title again. Mr. Carpenter, please read the title to House Joint Resolution 1001.
House Joint Resolution 17B 1001 by Representative Becker Kay and Senator Holbert concerning the appointment of a joint committee to notify the Governor that the first extraordinary session of the 71st General Assembly is about to adjourn sine die.
Majority Leader Holbert, again.
And now,
the third
for
time.
the third time, but I'm sure this one will be the best. I move HJR 17B 1001 and ask for an aye vote.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before the body is the adoption of House Joint Resolution 17B 1001. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Joint Resolution 17B 1001 is adopted. Co-sponsors. A committee is appointed to notify the Governor, consisting of Senators Cook and Todd, and you are dismissed to go notify the Governor. And unfortunately, we will stand in recess until they and we have a message from the House, so Mr. Carpenter, message from the House, and then we will go to recess.
The House has adopted and returns herewith Senate Joint Resolution 17B1 as printed in the House Journal October 3rd, 2017.
Senate will stand in recess. Senate will come back to order. Senator Cook. Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. And we met with the governor. We talked about life is in session. He did ask us to please apologize to each of you for the inconvenience of people who had to make a change in your schedules. Senator Cook and I had a great conversation, I think, in terms of how our debate in the Transportation Committee went, and I will let Senator Cook speak to that.
Senator.
Thank you, Mr. President. The governor was quite gracious in his comments regarding the committees and our discussion there. He said that the debate was good, and that now we can learn from each side where each side is coming from and work on a solution to what we've been working here on the last 2 days for.
Senator Todd.
Thank you, Mr. President. And along with that, I think there was kind of a general concession or consensus that going to work now till January and looking at what solutions are out there and looking at some of the questions that were brought up in committee, be it constitutionality, Tabor, any and all of those issues. And I think that Senator Cook and I would be happy to be a part of those conversations and to bring the temperature down a little bit and just look at resolutions to benefit our great state.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Message from the House.
The House is adjourned, sine die, on October 3rd, 2017 at 2:10 p.m.
Majority Leader Holbert.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate of the great state of Colorado adjourn from its first extraordinary session of the 71st General Assembly.
Motion for the body
Yea.
is to adjourn sine die. All those in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the Senate will be adjourned sine die.